Day 4 of ranking. Not even, it's not ranking. It's grading. I don't know why I'm saying ranking. Grading NBA teams off seasons. Now, today we are going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. So first thing they did, they ended up they lost Ty Jerome to the Memphis Grizzlies, and they traded Isaac Okoro for Lonzo Ball. Now, as a Bulls fan, that one hurts, but traded Isaac Okoro for Lonzo Ball. I think this is a dub. I think that trade was an absolute dub for the Cavs. They lost Ty Jerome, obviously. They gained a playmaking 3-and-D point guard, a guy that I think they could have used last year. Like I said when it first happened, I think this is absolutely perfect for Lonzo and for Cleveland. Strictly because I know Lonzo's going to give you some defense, because hopefully he's a little bit more confident in his full ability this year for him to be able to play defense and be able to stay on the court. And then I like DeAndre Hunter off the bench with them, because I know they're going to probably start Max Strus. So you have Dean Wade, you have DeAndre Hunter, you have Lonzo Ball off the bench, you have Sam Merrill, Craig Porter Jr. if he ends up playing, you have Jalen Tyson. So you have a solid team. You have a solid bench unit. It's just all about, can your guys stay healthy? Darius Garland, even Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, all in the past 2 to 3 playoff series. The past two years. Mitchell was hurt last year. Darius Garland was hurt all last year. Jared Allen was hurt last year. Mobley was hurt. Mobley, Darius Garland, and DeAndre Hunter were all hurt this year. It's just the Cavs cannot stay healthy, so I think they need to try and manage their guys throughout the year. Whether sometimes if it's 4 games in 5 nights, Darius Garland doesn't play one of the games, he sits out for 1 game or something like that. Like, you have to somewhat manage these guys, because you have a solid rotation now. So Darius Garland does not have to play 35 minutes. Donovan Mitchell does not have to play 35 minutes until at least the playoffs. You want to try to manage the guys. And for them to get Lonzo, I think is very big, very crucial, and I think is probably one of the better offseason pickups, because Lonzo can give what Darius Garland can't, and it's defense. Obviously, Darius Garland and Lonzo Ball are both great playmakers. Lonzo Ball can catch and shoot. He can play make a little bit. He can play defense. So that is, I think, perfect for the Cleveland Cavaliers off that bench with DeAndre Hunter, with Dean Wade, who can catch and shoot, with who's going to be their backup big? Jared Allen and Evan Mobley one of them are probably going to be on the court at all times, but I'm trying to think who their backup big can be outside of them. I don't know, but I do like the Cavs off season. I know this is not going to be a lot. Like, some of these are not going to be very long. Like the Bulls, obviously I'm a Bulls fan, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit more because I know what is going on. But the Cavs haven't really gotten a lot of stuff this year. Darius Garland's going to be out probably the first month, maybe 2 months of the season because of his toe injury. Should not have been playing in the playoffs, but they went down 0-2 to the Pacers, and he said, "Screw it, I have to play." And he did, and they only won 1 game, which was Game 3. But I'm going to give the Cavs offseason a B+ because they got their backup point guard back in Lonzo Ball. They still have DeAndre Hunter. They're going to keep Mobley. They're going to have all these guys continuously. The thing I want to say, I've seen so many reports about LeBron possibly going back to the Cavs. LeBron, I love you. Don't go to Cleveland. Cleveland, don't get LeBron, please. It's just, you guys have such a good team. I would hate for it to get ruined because LeBron wants to return. You have Darius Garland. You have Donovan Mitchell. You have Max Strus, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. In order to get LeBron, you have to give up 2 of those guys. And I don't think it's even close to being worth it at the end of the day. I do not think it is close to being worth trading a Darius Garland and a Jared Allen for a 41-year-old LeBron James at that point. for him to just play 1, maybe 2 seasons and then retire. It's going to ruin everything. You're giving up a young guard. You're giving up a young set. Just please don't do it. As much as I think LeBron would help this team a lot if it stayed as it was, obviously you can't do that unless he gets bought. Unless he gets bought out, unless he just absolutely gets bought out, then I can see Cleveland going after him and be like, I mean, it's a win-win scenario. I guess you get LeBron, you get an MVP candidate and an all-star, but I don't think he should go back to Cleveland. I personally don't think. But I'm going to give it a B+ based on them getting their backup point guard back, based on them hopefully being able to use some of those younger guys. I wish they kept Amani Bates because I think Amani Bates could be really good for this team off the bench with Hunter. Doesn't have to focus on defense, can just focus on scoring. With Lonzo Ball being the playmaker he is, being the defender he is, I think it would have been really good.